All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and do a TP cast over the Tour of My Mind by the Transient Poets. The new template for the TP cast is the title, paraphrase, connotation, attitude shift, and title revised, and the theme. These are the different areas that we are going to be looking at. We're going to go ahead and read the Tour of My Mind first, just so we know what we're looking at. We have already done this on Friday, but some of you weren't here, so I thought I better go ahead and record so that we can get this in for you guys. Anyway, all right, so we're going to go ahead and go. The Tour of My Mind by the Transient Poet. If my thoughts are my eyes and my mind is Paris, then you are my tower Eiffel, penetrating that flat skyline of the buildings, all the same uniform height without change or dynamics. You protrude out of the flatness, the beautiful change of scene, the epicenter of wonder. My eyes, wandering eyes, always find you. No matter where I am, who I am with, or what I am doing, I can always find you above the bustling city, a separate entity of hope and love and change. Before Paris did not have the Tower Eiffel, but continued to bustle as any city does, still the city of love. It was missing its determining factor, its monument that stood out from all the rest, the landmark that completed the city, that created a place of wonder to surmount all the world, a watching over every building, every garden, every thought. The last thing I see when I rest my head on my pillow, your shining light fills me with wonder and inspiration as the moon rises in the sky, creating wishes and hope for the future. You always penetrate the corners of my mind, my shining Tower Eiffel. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up the notes that we talked about for this poem. And let's go ahead and do that really quick. I know that this is recording, and that's okay. Just bear with me because this is going to show everything that we have talked about. It should. Okay, so let's go back. Never mind on that. I don't know why it's doing that. Sorry. Technical difficulty. I'm going to go ahead and pull it back up. Here it is, and we're going to go ahead and go forward. All right, so we talked about the title. The Tour of My Mind, this is some of the thoughts that classmates have had and you guys have had. It's a thought of someone and maybe how they feel about that person or that place. And so that's kind of what the title of the poem means. That's what we came up with as a class. Now, when you paraphrase the poem, you're going to go sentence by sentence. So what you need to do next is you need to take a minute, pause the video, and number each line of your poem on your paper right now. Go ahead and do that. Once you get your paper all lined out, we are going to go ahead and go through this line upon line. You'll see that we've already done some work on this up to, I believe, number 14. So number 1, we say, if my thoughts are my eyes and my mind is on Paris, well, he's thinking about and sees someone or something beautiful and relates it to Paris. That's what the kids were thinking, your fellow classmates. Number 2, then you are my Tower Eiffel. Whatever he sees or thinks about is big for him. Number 3, penetrating that flat skyline of the buildings, all the same uniform height. They thought that this might mean you are above or going through a flat surface, light shining through. Number 4, without changes or dynamics, you are perfect the way you are. Number 5, you protrude out of the flatness, the beautiful change of scene. Number 5, you interrupt the dull darkness, you bring lightness in. Number 6, the epicenter of the world, you are the beginning of my wonder. I really love that line. I thought that was really good. Number 7, my wandering eyes always find you. You no matter where I am or who I am with. I guess that was number 7 and 8. Number 7 says, I see you and everybody everywhere. And number 9, it says, or what I am doing. Number 9 on the TP cast says, in every action. Number 10, I can always find you above the bustling city. Fairy tale. I will always find my way to you. Okay, it's kind of a fairy tale love. Number 11, a separate entity, which is the separate person or a being. And number 12, of hope and love and change. You give me hope, love, life. Number 13, before Paris did not have the Tower Eiffel but continued to bustle. 13 says, before I had you, I was still a person, but you made me whole. So it's definitely feeling like it's a love poem. So we're going to go ahead and look at line number 14. It's very simple. It says city does, okay? So 13, 14 together. Before Paris did not have the Tower Eiffel, but continued to bustle as any city does. So city will always be alive. Okay. Number 15, line 15, still the city of love. Paris is famous with the idea of love. Let me fix that. Famous. Okay, it's a city of love. Number 16, and of course, guys, you can write this in your own words. You don't have to do what I'm doing. It was missing its determining factor, its monument that stood out from. Even though it's famous for the city of love, it was not complete. Sorry. Okay. Number 17, you're looking at all the rest. Okay, it's a monument that stood up from all the rest. It was not different from any other city. Sometimes you have to marry the two lines together to get an idea. Okay. Number 18, the landmark that completed the city, that great place of wonder to surmount. So the landmark is talking about the Eiffel Tower. Made the city complete. And created a sense of awe or wonder. Okay. Number 19. Surmount all the world and watching over every building, every garden, every thought. And really 19 goes into 20. So this created a sense of wonder. It watches over the whole city. Number 20 can go even so far as to knows every thought. Okay, so we have that. Number 21, the last thing I see when I rest my head on my pillow at night. The last thoughts or last sight is, 21:22. It says, your shining lights fill me with wonder and inspiration as the moon rises. You affect my dreams. Oops, sorry. Okay. And then we're going to go into lines 23, 24, and 25. 23. Yes, you just saw me do that. In the sky, creating wishes and hope for the future. So we have dreams, wishes, and future hope. Okay. You always penetrate the corners of my mind, always with me. My shining Tower Eiffel, my precious love. I don't know, those are just some thoughts I had with it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this one. I'm going to pick up on the next one, which is going to be your connotation. I hope you guys grab this one to help with the paraphrase and the title, and I will be right back in the next video.